John Cena. That promo was whack. I was just really hoping you would take the sack from choking on a Big Mac. For 26 minutes, I heard you flapping your gums, and all I could think about is where I could find a couple of guns. I couldn't wait for that shit to end, just like Nikki Bella when she went off to find another boyfriend. All right, on a serious note, that was really cringy, but you know what? I enjoy doing stuff like that. No, I didn't think it was funny. Get over it. Let's move on and pretend that didn't happen. In all seriousness, though, in Brussels, Belgium, Pat McAfee was off. We had Corey Graves at ringside on the commentary booth with my main man, Michael Cole, and I really enjoyed that. What I did not enjoy was John Cena's first heel promo. I feel like it completely backfired. Crowdy was rowdy. The crowd was rowdy. Cena says that the crowd is abusive and they've been flip-flopping and treating him like a puppet for 25 years. Some of what he said actually made sense. Then when he said, I'm not a face, I'm not a heel, I'm a human, says people weren't happy that he's leaving. But that's not true. He was cheered. Sorry, what the hell did I write? This is why I should not even look at a script and I should just like look at the camera. He basically says that the people aren't pleased with him. They always want more from him. They have given him his all. And then Cody Rhodes came out and fired off some banger shots. Says, you know what? I don't know what this is, but you need to go find John Cena, not this whiny little bitch. No answers as to why Cena actually attacked Rhodes. So the first half hour for me was actually just really weird. I never, ever, if you know anything about me, ever dunk on John Cena. I don't. But it's like I told you before. If there's something that I find like really off-putting, something I don't understand, I will state how I feel. It's as simple as that. You can watch the whole thing, by the way. 26 minutes and 10 seconds. And then 3 minutes of John Cena coming. And then 3 minutes of John Cena coming again. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Penta defeats Ludwig Kaiser. Was a nice match. Why are we always interviewing Penta? Right? Post-match, when he's out of breath. I feel I feel like that's all he says. I'm like, you know what? Just keep to the action in the ring. Give the man a bottle of water, a towel. Okay? Give him 2-3 minutes to collect himself. But I do find that interesting, though. Multiple times right after a match, we don't interview anybody else. We don't do it. Hell, I don't even think Cody even got an interview after he won the fucking belt from finishing the story. Why this guy? I'm just saying. And he's at the front and center of the Luchador division, which I'm not against, but hello? What about Dragon Lee? I feel like he's in the 619's shadow. Needs to step out of that area code. You know what I mean? That didn't make any sense, but it did to me. Dakota Kai defeats Ivy Niles. Oh, wait. Before we get in... No, yeah, hold on. Finn Balor is pissed off at Dom for wanting Penta in the Judgment Day. I don't think that that's going to happen. There's been no indication that he would do that. If anything, I saw Karrion Kross talking with Dirty Dom Dom backstage. Okay? I thought it might have been Karrion Kross, like I said. So, yeah. It's just very bizarre stuff going on here. But there's definitely like a lot of friction going on, and I know it's going to implode or explode or do the both of them at the same time. And as what I always say, and as I always say, helps if I could speak properly. It'll be interesting to see how the whole thing finalizes itself. So yes, Dakota Kai defeats Ivy Niles, but due to distractions, Wish the match had been a tad longer. Like I said, I used to look at Dakota Kai and kind of roll my eyes and go, she's really good. Like I'm like really good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Chad Gable and the crew were around and LW came out. Yeah, because for a second, I have to admit, I was like, oh yeah, there was some distractions. I was like, who did the distraction again? American Made were kind of hanging around, and LW comes out, then Ivy Niles got distracted, and that allowed Dakota Kai to kind of capitalize on that. Not to take anything away from her, because trust me, she's sold herself enough to make it believable that she could beat her without the distractions anyways. Adam Pearce, Women's Championships with Theo and Bianca. That's not Bianca. Right there. And what was kind of funny is Io Sky again with the bitch get out of my face from Bianca. Just like, oh man, and she just lost it. But then Rhea came out and essentially just slammed Io on top of Bianca, and then Rhea signs the contract. But what does that even mean? Could it really be a triple threat? They all brawled backstage, and I have to admit, I really hope that Rhea does win in the end, honestly. I'm not going to lie. A complete biased, unprofessional opinion. I want mommy on top all day, all night. No rest for the wicked. However, if this is a real contract, it would be stated that it, like with all the stipulations, would it not? I know that this is all scripted and it's a show, but I'm going to say it anyways. Would it not have their names already printed and then they each sign underneath their names? It's a one-on-one. It's a normal match. I know this isn't WWE 2K, okay? But I'm pretty sure that all that's in there. Is it a steel cage match or whatever? If it was a triple threat, it would have been staged. She can't just come in there and slap on her doctor-looking signature and say, that's it. This is it. I don't think it works that way. I hope it does, but it makes no sense to do that. Jey Uso defeats Austin Theory, and I got a couple of heelish things to say about Jey Uso. Squash match with a crossbody. Wasn't even a spear, I wrote. Funny enough, I actually Googled it, and I was correct. It was supposed to allegedly be a spear, but it was kind of botched. He was off his game, and it happens. I'm totally not dunking on the Yeetmeister, Jey Uso. I'm truly not. I love the guy like you don't even know. His brother, his whole family, the whole lineage, to the moon and back and far and beyond. Why would I come back from... Anyways. What was I saying? Yeah, so he botched... I just botched. See that? That's how it happens. We're human. He botched a spear, but then when he went over the top rope, he also botched that and could have seriously effed himself up real bad when he was going after Grayson Waller. Gunther tried to choke the Jey-meister, the Yeetmeister, Jey. Didn't work. Just like my last sentence. Didn't work. I think this whole thing essentially was to try to make Jey Uso look really strong. I don't know why I'm laughing. But I feel like we got two things that went for him. He squashes... I almost said squatched. That's not even a word, but it is now, and I'm going to copyright that shit. He squashed Theory. Okay? He gets out of Gunther's chokehold, but he botches a spear and couldn't even get over the top rope. I feel like the two things that went for him, he had two things go against him. So we're back at square... Usually it's square one. I'm saying square zero. No, I do wish him the best, honestly. If he does win or doesn't win at Mania, I'll be happy either which way. Because either which way, what'll happen is if this is what happens at Mania, this whole underdog thing, it's cool because it is believable for me that can absolutely happen. If you ever looked at one of my favorite MMA people of all time, Fedor Emelianenko, okay? The dude can go. It is absolutely insane what this guy can do, okay? For Bellator MMA. He's not in the UFC. I don't think he fights anymore, but my point is kind of reminds me of that. Doesn't have the absolute best look or physique in the world. Doesn't look terrible, but the guy can go. And then if he does lose, well, at least he still got a Royal Rumble win. He has all the fans. He's got yeet juice squirting all over the place. And that was really disgusting and uncalled for. And also, if he loses, the trade-off is it makes Gunther's reign look even stronger. Because for a while, we were starting to wonder, at least I was starting to wonder, about him a little bit, because it doesn't look like Imperium's really a thing anymore. We don't really see him and Ludwig Kaiserbun hanging out anymore. And if you're wondering why I keep calling him Ludwig Kaiserbun, it's because a Kaiserbun is an actual type of fucking bread. Google it! Instead of always saying, why do you call him a bun? Is it because you want to see his... But ain't got no... Not that I know, but let's move on. LWOs. Well, that's Chad Gable. I still think that's funny. Oh, boy. LWO, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio defeat American Made. It was a great match. There was some wild moves from both sides. From an actual match, this was probably my favorite guy. I'm like looking as like, yeah, so far, that was the best match. Could have been Dakota Kai with Ivy Niles, but it just didn't go long enough for my liking. So this was good. Then we had Seth Rollins looking somewhat normal. I appreciate that look. Didn't look like a space cadet. What was he saying? Does not blame Roman Reigns for last week's attack because he would have done the same thing. He wants to be on SmackDown in Italy between Punk and Reigns because allegedly they're all going to be under the same roof. I don't know that they're going to be talking or whatever, but that is what is being said, and I'm looking forward to that, of course. Last but not least, this was a pivotal moment where Dirty Dom accidentally shook Finn Balor and he squashed his prunes up against the top turnbuckle on that bar. Not saying he would have won otherwise, but Braun Breaker retains the IC title against Finn Balor. It's been 3 years and then some since Finn Balor's held singles gold. Dom and Carlito screwed up, like I said. Then Penta came out to even out the odds as everybody was trying to gang up on Braun Breaker. Penta wants the IC title. Someone mentioned Penta should have a title shot and actually win the IC title at Mania, and I'm saying, no. Dragon Lee. If you want to do the whole luchador thing and up them as a culture, I have nothing against that. And I'm not saying Penta's not deserving. I'm saying Penta's not deserving right now. No. I just don't see it. Not right now. If you want to do that, I'm telling you, freaking Dragon Lee, man. Stop grouping him with Rey Mysterio. They're great. But I don't want Dragon Lee to just be a 50-year-old sidekick. I really, really don't. Rey Mysterio can go, man. 50 years old. It is not normal. This guy is still pulling off moves and doing things with absolute precision. It is unbelievable. For real. And that's why I'm glad he's still around, and that's why I have no problems if Rey Mysterio were to even win some gold here and there. I have nothing against it because he still can go full tilt and put on a full match with full 5-star ratings. He's capable of doing it. As always, I always enjoy myself. There's always going to be a couple of things that I may not appreciate. 14 minutes, that's too long. Thumbs up as always if you like the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. You know what's going to happen. This with the Solo Sikoan spike back there. Okay? We don't need to picture it, because that would be the look on my face. What? Minus all that hair. Maybe we could trim it a little bit. Give me a little toupee and some eyebrows. No, I'm good the way it is. Yeah, so if you want to subscribe, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.